This is Taiwan Talk.
This is Taiwan Talk on ICRT.
Welcome to Taiwan Talk, Katie Partlow.
Yes, that would be me.
You are you're a theater performer.
Yes, I am.
And you're involved with the Taipei Fringe Festival, which is coming up here soon. I think people are starting to get familiar with the idea that it's an artsy festival that's kind of a bit different, a little original.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to have you in here today because this is, I think, one of the first times we have a performer who's part of this, who can tell us exactly what's going on in this festival.
Okay, well, cool. I participated in it for the last 3 years. And last year, my theater company did a solo show I studied at Taipei University of the Arts, and one of my classmates had a solo show. So we did her solo show. And this year, I'm doing my solo show.
Right. So. And I'm looking here at the paper, and it says the name of your show is Why Goren, as in Y, W-H-Y.
Yeah, I always have to explain that.
Why Goren?
Yeah.
What is that supposed to mean?
Well, I've lived in Taiwan now for 12 years. I lived in Zhanghua for the first 7 of those years, and then I moved up to Taipei in 2008 to go to grad school. And
you've heard a lot of people say, "Why Goren?"
yeah, especially down south. But there's a lot of things that people assume about you because of the color of your skin in this country. And I don't want to say there's racism or anything like that. It's not about that. It's just, as a foreigner in any country, there's a lot of assumptions that are made.
Right.
And because I'm a theater person, this was a way for me to communicate my story and to talk about my feelings about how much I love this country, and also about how I've struggled or how I've enjoyed adapting to the culture here.
Can you give me some examples of that struggle?
Well, one of the first things that happens in the show, and one of the first things that happened to me when I got here was, I had to go to the photography shop and take the big head picture, right?
Headshot,
the 大头照. And I was like, the big head picture, what is this? And so then my manager kind of took all my documents, and he's like, okay, it was a little Keystone Cops kind of style, like just I didn't know what was going on. They just took all my documents, and a month later they gave me my ARC, and my ARC at that time, if you didn't have a Chinese name, they would give you a Chinese name.
They would assign you a name.
So the police gave me this name, and I was like, oh, I have a Chinese name. And I asked my coworkers at where I was working, what is my Chinese name? And they said, oh, your name is Pu Kai Di. And I was like, what? Like, my family name is Pu? And and they're like, yeah, Pooh, it's okay. And of course, the character is very easy to recognize. And my last name in English is Partlow, so it also has that P sound. But Pooh,
who wants to be called Pooh?
Right. And Kaidi is Hello Kitty's name in Chinese. She's Kaidi Mao. So people, when they started to meet me and they saw my Chinese name, if they didn't know my English name and their English wasn't very good, they just assumed that my English name was Kitty Pooh.
Nice.
Yeah. So this is kind of there's just some things you have to kind of learn to accept about life here. And I think
you've changed your name since, I'm assuming.
No, I'm still Pu Kai Di.
Okay.
The first time when I first came here, I wasn't planning on staying for so long, but so it didn't really matter. But for me as a storyteller, this is just
gold.
Great.
Yeah,
how could I change it now? This is a story I can tell I can tell my grandkids, So it's a great story, and it's great fodder for creating stories and theater.
What's it like being the only person up on stage doing a performance?
It's really interesting. This was my first time doing a theater piece where I was the only person on stage, and I always kind of was a little bit nervous or scared because I really love the team aspect of theater. But what I realized after going through the process of creating the show was that you're not alone on stage. The audience only sees you, but I've got the person who's running the lights. I've got the person who's running the sound. They're working. We may not be talking to each other on stage. They may be invisible to the audience, but for me, I'm not alone because they're all there with me. And that's that's the beauty of theater for me, is having that team working together.
Interesting.
Yep.
So the Fringe Festival this year, what can you tell us what else is going on?
Well, the Fringe this year is also doing some. Last year they started doing these curated pieces. So before, traditionally what they would do is there would be one group that's doing one performance, or one person that's doing one performance. But last year they started doing curated pieces. So a producer might choose several different performances or shows and put them all together under the same umbrella. And I think that that's really kind of cool because you can get a sampling of a lot of different. It's kind of like a sampling appetizer that you can get.
And you're doing your first one on September 5th.
That's right.
And people can check out Facebook. They can go to, they can search for Taipei Fringe. They'll find it.
Yeah,
right? No
for
problems.
sure. It's on Taipei Fringe. Solo Taiwan, my theater company, is on Facebook as well. You can go, our tickets are being sold at artsticket.com, Liangtingyuan, and you can pick up tickets at any 7-Eleven, iBon, or Family Mart, or any of those convenience stores.
Excellent.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you so much, Eric.
And good luck with the show.
Thank you.
This is Taiwan Talk.
This is Taiwan Talk on ICRT.
Welcome to Taiwan Talk. I'm Eric Smith, and today we have in our studio, again, two people who are involved with the upcoming Fringe Festival Taipei. I've got KB, who is a keyboardist, and Nico, who is a singer. Welcome.
Hi, Eric.
You guys are a jazzy pop rock experimental Taiwanese band.
That sounds like a lot, right?
Yeah, whoa. It's pretty cool. Why are you in the Fringe Festival?
Oh, well, because we want to try something different. We used to do a lot of gigs in the live houses and cafe in Taipei, but because I'm a theater actress, so I would like to have something different. And the Fringe is open to all kinds of productions. So
you mix theater in with your music?
Yes.
How does that work?
I don't know yet. No, we are doing like a whole concept of a concert. So we will have a storyline, and all the music comes in to build the story for us.
So you're almost like a rock opera.
Oh, I would not put it that way, but
there's a story and it builds. It has a what would I say? Jiezhou. It has a
yeah, it has plots.
A plot, right,
Yeah.
right.
Sunset Ritual, our band 猎岛洗澡, is very small.
Sunset Reto.
Sunset Ritual, yes.
Okay, what does that mean?
Well, it's just an image that I have.
Okay.
And I feel that all of us are islands in the world, each of us. And we are surrounded by sea. And how do we connect with other people is how do we find a way to travel, to have a journey like onward to the sea. So that kind of image is very touching for me. Like how these little islands connect. And maybe because I'm from Taiwan and it's an island. So how do we connect with other countries and other people from other countries?
You seem to be, from the information I have on your group, you seem to be quite active in causes or political issues or social issues.
Yes.
Tell me a bit about that. What's your passion?
Well, my passion, to put it simple, that I would like to have our world a better place. Because this year I'm turning 35, but
Welcome.
I'm feeling so afraid to have a baby. And why is that?
You're afraid to bring a child into this world.
Yes, because I don't like this world itself. But I'm not disappointed. I'm not like very
Pessimistic.
Yeah, I would like to make a better place. But how?
Yeah, the how.
Yeah, like my only weapon is my body and my music. And but our music is not like those revolutionary music or protesting songs.
Yeah.
It's not very angry, but it's from deep inside, some kind of feelings. We put it into music. And I believe this can influence people the most because it's the thing that you feel that affects you, but not the thing that people talk to you.
What language
by
do you
ourselves.
sing in?
English, Taiwanese, and non-language, and Chinese.
Non-language, you said?
Yeah, non-language.
As in
Just like.
Well, if people are interested in seeing a sample of sunset Reto music, they can go to YouTube and search for you. That's sunset, normal spelling, and Reto is R-E-T-T-O.
Yes.
And you've got songs such as Circus in the Sea.
And about Circus in the Sea, it's a song about foreign laborers who work in the ships, and they are moving like back and forth from different countries. And I met one of them in Taiwan, and after meeting him, I wrote this song. And I feel that these people are really hoping to stay in one place, to live or survive in one place, but they have to move all the time for this future, for this dream to stay. But this dream has not yet come true, so they have to move just on the sea all the time, like a circus.
That was a little sample of Circus in the Sea by Sunset Reto. The band's show is called Distorted Curve, and they will perform on September 7th and 8th at 7:30 p.m. Reporting for Taiwan Talk, I'm Eric Smith.